Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, bitches and bros and non-binary hoes, to the first annual E3 summary. That's a bad title. E3 abridged. Already taken. E3 Compendium. Welcome to the first annual E3 Compendium, where we will be taking a look at everything that happened in E3. I have cue cards and everything. This is fine, and I'm getting really hot wearing this blazer, which I haven't worn since 9th grade. I'm not sure how this still fits. We're gonna be taking a look at E3, the best conferences, the best highlights, the games that you should be looking forward to, the biggest gaffes, the funniest moments, all of it. Keep in mind, we're not going to be taking a look at every single conference that happened. The conferences we're going to be talking about today are Summer Game Fest, Day of the Devs, Wholesome Direct, and Ubisoft, Microsoft Bethesda, Square Enix PC Gaming Show, and Nintendo Very Direct, which happened about 30 minutes ago. I'm filming this right now, it's 8 p.m. in Lebanon, and I have to record this, edit it, and publish it by the time this video will remain relevant, meaning I have to finish this all today. This is gonna be fun! Also, one last thing, we're gonna be rating every single conference and then decide which was the best conference ever. Let's start off with fucking Summer Game Fest. It was a good start, it was okay. They started off showing Tina's Wonderland, which is Borderlands, but D&D. We talked a bit about Metal Slug, and it's back, but it has a generic title, Metal Slug Tactics, it's fine. Kojima talked about 9/11, don't ask about it, and he mentioned Death Stranding, the Snyder Cut. That is a thing. Not really. Goldblum couldn't pronounce Jeff Keighley's name, even though they're both named Jeff. Don't worry about it. Lady did a sing, and Sable looks very cool. Ryan Reynolds essentially shit on Elden Ring for a bit, and that was very funny, but that didn't age well, and we're gonna see why in a minute. Sword and Sacrifice looks very cool. The first game was outstanding. Solar Ash also looks very cool. It was speedrunning that one Colossus from Shadow of the Colossus. Speaking of speedrunning, Valorant did a quick speedrun for a trailer, and Giancarlo Esposito promoted Mandalorian instead of Far Cry 6. But we're not done yet. Devotion Game talked about themselves being a thing, and they have nothing to show us, so that was very boring. Back 4 Blood, a game that everyone's been hyping up because it's from the creators who made Left 4 Dead, but we're ignoring that it's the same creators who made Evolve, that had a bad launch, then turned free to play, and then the servers shut down 3 years after release. Okay, that's why they're talking about Left 4 Dead. Tunic is Legend of Zelda, but adorable. I want it now. Tribes of Midgard, the devs just punched the air and swore a storm once Valheim was released. And the one more thing they had, fucking Elden Ring. I mean, I personally wasn't expecting them to even mention it. I figured we're just gonna get rickrolled, but no. And it's getting released January 21st, 2022. Overall, it was a pretty good starter. I'd give it like a solid 7.5 out of 10. It was a good conference. Next conference. We're gonna cover Day of the Devs next. We're gonna do this very quickly because there were a lot of games which I really liked. First of all, let's state that Tim Schafer is our Lord and Savior. We started off with a bit of Soup Pot, which is a cooking game that looks fucking amazing. A lot of them make me rage. This one I'm gonna fucking love. Wandering Village. It is a village builder on the back of a dinosaur. Have I sold you yet? Despelate, or Despelote, not really sure how it's pronounced. It's soccer, but I actually care, and it looks fucking stunning, which is the case for 90% of these games. Toem, which is Pokemon Snap, but it has a very cool aesthetic. This game's for me. Quickly though, there were so many photography games, and I'm here for it. There were so many cooking games, and I'm fucking here for it. There are a lot of other games that I'm not here for. We'll get into those in a minute. I'm not talking about just Day of the Devs, by the way. I'm talking about the entirety of E3. Moonglow Bay. It's a game that, look, the art style is just Tearaway's art style, and now I think that I can just blow dynamite holes through literally everything. But I want it. It looks cool. A lot of really good games, but I have to keep this short. This is a compendium. Overall, this is a really fucking good presentation. I'm gonna give this like an 8.5 out of 10. I don't want to wear the shirt. It's fucking 2 a.m. I forgot to mention Chicory, which is a very interesting looking game. Yeah, that's literally the one bit that I wanted to add. It looks like a really cool game. I have to edit and export. Wholesome Games Direct. Started off with 6 Days in Fallujah. Anyway, this was fucking amazing. This was legitimately so fucking good. 3 hosts didn't do a lot of talking. When they did, they talked about charities and to tell you to support the devs. So many games, 72 to be precise, of which there are at least 60 that I want to play. Overall, I'm fucking sold. I love this so much. This was what a conference should be. It was amazing. A bunch of wholesome games that are really cool. And I'm not gonna mention all of them because they literally cannot fit. So in the description below, I'm gonna leave a video of Nerd Cubed, who did a poem rap thing covering every single game. It's a very good video. Check it out because I literally can't cover all the games in this video. Also, I'm rating this a 10 out of 10. Although I will admit, there was one flaw to the Wholesome Direct, and that is the whiplash that it gave me. Next we cover Ubisoft. Jesus fucking Christ, kill me now, is the reaction that I had while watching the Ubisoft conference. I heard my brain slap the back of my head going, because of the whiplash. That is a good joke, it is bad. I'm tired. Start off with Rainbow Six Aliens. I couldn't care, and it spent way too much time on it. And I mean way too much time on it. I was so pissed after that conference, by the way, and I'm still very much pissed. Then it went on to talk about Rocksmith, and you'll understand why I'm talking about this game and the game that I'm gonna talk about next, even though they're irrelevant. Rocksmith was just Guitar Hero, but with an actual guitar, and a subscription-based thing, so no thank you. There's Republic, which is just Steep. No. I mentioned those 2 games because guess what they did? They went back to fucking Rainbow Six Siege. They knew that people were gonna get pissed if they just talked about Rainbow Six Extraction and then Rainbow Six Siege, so they just distanced them by 2 fucking games. This was a horrible decision. And I'm not sure, this is like the first year Ubisoft actually very much disappointed me. They started off, they had really good news, really good a bit. That was the pre-show. They talked about this expansion for Watch Dogs Legion, where you play as either fucking Aiden or Wrench, and they go at it. It is such a good fucking concept, but why did they fuck it up? Why did they keep it in the pre-show? Then we went on to Far Cry 6. They showed nothing. They showed a cinematic thing that showed literally a little bit of story. It was bullshit. Guess what? They didn't show gameplay, but someone does later on, and it's not Ubisoft. Then we went on to Mario Rabbids. It looked very cool. I love Rosalina, so that kind of saved it. And then we talked about Avatar. That doesn't sound right. That happened during the thing? Avatar was Ubisoft? I don't think Avatar was Ubisoft. Would you look at that? It was. I don't remember that being a thing, but okay. So yeah, Avatar. It was a cinematic trailer that I couldn't care less about. It could be good. There's no gameplay. I don't care. Overall, this is a 2 out of 10 presentation. It would have been 0 fucking out of 10 because it was insulting, but Rabid Rosalina saved it. Now we move on to Xbox and Bethesda, and it was pretty good actually. They started off talking about Starfield, a game that I don't really care about, but they want us to care about. And guess what? They're now using a new engine. We finally get games that have a different engine from Morrowind. That's gonna piss off a lot of people. Contraband is a 70s based heist game that looks, in concept, it seems very cool. So I'm interested to see more about this game. Battlefield 2042 is fucking amazing. They showed gameplay and I am sold so hard right now. It's supposed to be 60 FPS as well on console, which is fucking astounding. You can play alone with bots in a 128 person match. That is insane. Chaos, tornadoes, you can drop in tanks, you can use grappling. Someone's been copying Just Cause's homework. 12 Minutes, another game which I really am invested in and I hope is really good. And we finally got a release date, 19th of August, which gives me 6 days to play Psychonauts 2! It's so good. Psychonauts 2, August 25th release date. And it was the first trailer to have actual color. There was a thing here in the entirety of E3, there were so many fucking games that had no colors. I don't think they got the memo that you can actually use a color palette, but we're gonna leave that to later. Halo Dolphinate was a lot of people's hype thing. I couldn't give a shit about. I never really cared about Halo, so The online is gonna have microtransactions and it's free. Far Cry 6 had gameplay. Not in the Ubisoft conference, but in the fucking Microsoft and Bethesda conference, because I'm not gonna, no. And it has a season pass as well and bullshit. I can't. Also, Blood Dragon's coming back, so that's always fun. I love Blood Dragon. But God, this was disappointing. Not the Microsoft thing, the Ubisoft thing. I'm still on that. I'm still there. Slime Rancher 2, which wasn't a surprise, honestly, but it's a pleasant surprise because I love Slime Rancher 1, so Slime Rancher 2 is more slavery of slimes, and I'm here for it. Don't quote me on that. On my card is the most random trailer we got at E3, but it's so fucking good. Speaking of trailers, let's talk about Outer Worlds 2. and how it roasted so many games in the entirety of E3. If you haven't seen that trailer, please do, because it is a phenomenal trailer. And then Redfall. Now Redfall, I usually wouldn't talk about, right? It's just, it was a cinematic thing, it was a shooty vampire thing I couldn't give a shit about, right? Wrong, because there's a bit of backstory behind this. I'm going to do this very quickly. Redfall is a title that was trademarked a while back, and fans knew that and started speculating. Guess what they speculated? It was the new Elder Scrolls game that was teased a while back. If you go on Reddit and you search Redfall, you will get 2 subreddits for Redfall, the next Elder Scrolls game, which is fucking hilarious and depressing. I burst into laughter when I found that out. I'm still recovering from that. It was so fucking funny. Now, I shouldn't be shitting on them. I'm a person that thought Bully 2 was gonna be announced until it wasn't. Let's move on to Square Enix. It's shit, but it's better than Ubisoft, which isn't hard to beat. It showed off Guardians of the Galaxy. I couldn't give a shit about it. It's just more Marvel's Avengers. Speaking of Marvel's Avengers, Spider-Man still isn't anywhere to be seen, so that's always fun. For 3 mobile games, no, that is not a joke. I'm gonna move past that. Chaos.
Looks like chaos has been waiting for us. I want to kill. Chaos is the shrine of chaos.
Shall be killed in chaos. And that was Strangers of Paradise, which was a weird trailer, which I'm gonna move past now. Overall, it's like a 3 out of 10. It's better than Ubisoft, but not by much. PC Gaming Show. That was a hoot, and I'll tell you what, it was a fucking hoot. PC Gaming Show, I didn't expect much out of, to be fair, okay? PC Gaming Show has always been kind of that more boring spiel. We start off with no sound. Legitimately, the stream started off with no sound, and it ended with no sound as well. There were a lot of cringy bits, but bless him, it was okay. It was bad. It was very much bad, but it's fine. I wasn't mad at them. Dodgeball Academia looked like a very interesting dodgeball game. It had an interesting aesthetic. I was fine with it. They always looked like Dead Cells, and I love Dead Cells, so I'm already sold on that game. I want it right now. Gigabash is... Remember that old monster game on the PS2, which I can't remember the name of right now? Yeah, it's that. And you can, it's fun. I want it now. Far Changing Tides is the sequel to the previous Far games, and I love the previous Far game, and it was amazing, so yeah, I'm pumped for this. Silt, it's just wet limbo, and I'm just mentioning it to make that shitty joke. And there was a glove that's supposed to make you click faster, and I'm not even joking, that's an actual thing. Enjoy that. Tiny Ken is the first trailer that went, huh, that's interesting. And I'm not sure if it was because I was bored or because it's an actually interesting game, so we'll have to see. And then Citizen Sleeper, one of the last games they mentioned, took them fucking long enough. I'll give it like a 5 out of 10. It's boring, but I liked it. It wasn't terrible, but it was just, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, so a little bit of BTS here. My phone storage got full, and when I deleted the videos and imported them to my laptop, the storage wasn't decreasing in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, that's always very fucking fun. Why can I not? Can you please? Thank you. I want to say thank you to my brother if he's watching this, because he literally just saved my ass. Nintendo Direct, it was good actually, but it was, remember when at the beginning I said it was a very direct Nintendo Direct? Well, that wasn't a joke, because Nintendo stated that they do not allow people to co-stream. People did co-stream, don't get me wrong, but now everyone is vigorously deleting the VODs. So that's always fun. I love it when Nintendo are fucking douchebags. But I like this. I actually really fucking like this because I had a virtual orgasm, and we're gonna get into that in a bit, but I completely recognize that all of this is just for me and not for anyone else. So, Tekken and Smash Bros, that was fun. Monkey Ball, Monkey! Oh, I got so fucking excited for Monkey Ball. If you haven't played Monkey Ball, it is one of the most enraging games ever, but it's also very good. They're taking all the good bits of Monkey Ball and making a new thing, and I'm so fucking excited for it. But it better fucking have monkey hit, monkey target? Was that it? Monkey target? Was that the thing that I'm thinking about? Metroid Dread, which is a fucking new 2D Metroid game. And I nearly came. Nearly. And then WarioWare came along and I jizzed all over everything. This was amazing. This is genuinely amazing. They're remastering Advanced Wars 1 and 2. Oh my fucking god! Oh, if you haven't played Advanced Wars, I have nothing to say to you. It's an amazing. I need a fucking minute because this is amazing. And then they're doing another one of those small like Game and Watch type deals with a few of the Legend of Zelda games. I really like those, honestly, and I wouldn't purchase those if they don't get sold out in like the first 5 seconds that they're actually a thing. And then we ended on Breath of the Wild 2. They triple baited us, is the thing. They started off with Skyward Sword HD, they moved on to the Game & Watch thing, and then they gave us Breath of the Wild 2. So that's always fucking fun. And it has sky bits. They actually made me excited for Breath of the Wild, a game which I didn't care about. But now the sequel I suddenly care about. Overall, this is a 9 out of 10 fucking presentation. We're done. Fucking done. Overall, there were a lot of cooking games that I liked, a lot of photography games that I liked, a lot of colorless games which I couldn't give a shit about, a lot of games that are supposed to be Stalker 2, apparently, I don't know. It was overall pretty fine. It was a fine E3. Nintendo and Wholesome Games brought the most fucking show, even though Nintendo don't have a new console, and Wholesome Games is just a bunch of indie games. So yeah, Microsoft were fine, but like, Game Pass is the fucking power to be reckoned with. But it doesn't have a heavy hitter. So that's Game Pass's biggest flaw. But yeah, I'm not disappointed. I'm not disappointed. This is fucking better than I thought, honestly. So that was E3. So we're gonna do this next year as well, hopefully. And maybe next year, if everything's all nipped dandy, I can actually go to E3 live. But that's just really hoping more than we should, isn't it? So thank you guys very much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like for the love of God. This is gonna be a stressful experience because I have to get this out very soon. So yeah, if you did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe if you enjoy my content, and don't forget to hit that bell. Twitter, Discord, Instagram, and Twitch are in the description as always. And this was helpful, I'm glad, and if it was just comedic, I'm glad. And yeah. Anyway guys, I'll see you in the next video. Ooh, can't talk anymore, woo! I've watched 260 plus trailers for you. I want you to know that. See you guys next video. As always, stay safe. Peace. God. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. That's the recording like a fucking idiot.